Do you plan to work someday? At some point, we all must get our very first job. What do you know about the process of applying for and getting a job? Sometimes there are interviews, applications, and trials and testing periods. But at the start of preparing for any job, there's the resume. Besides being a required element of most job applications, a resume also helps you to organize your particular qualifications and reflect on your experiences. You could think of it as an inventory of your skills or groundwork for your interview, so you can identify your strengths and weaknesses. There are a ton of resume development resources out there, but this one in particular is geared for you early job seekers who may not have a lot of professional experience yet. We'll cover the purpose and contents of a resume, the different types of qualifications listed on most resumes, and analyzing a job posting and personal experiences to pick out comparable qualifications to make your resume more effective. You can pause this tutorial or view it in full screen at any time as needed. If you have a particular job posting in mind, you can practice with it throughout this activity. If not, you can practice with the examples in preparation for when you do find your dream job. So let's take a quick look at the components of a resume. There are the standard credentials of your contact info and education, degrees, and areas of study, and then the heart of your resume, your personal qualifications, consisting of your skills, accomplishments, and relevant experiences, both personal and professional. This is the part that we'll focus on most. It should be customized to each type of job that you apply for. For example, a resume that's perfect for a chef would not be appropriate to use for a video game programming job. Our goals today are to 1. Identify required and recommended experiences, skills, and characteristics in job postings, and 2. Assess your personal experiences, skills, or characteristics for useful components for the job posting. So, how do we ID key job requirements? Basically, we're looking at these broad categories of qualifications: professional experiences, such as jobs, volunteer positions, or internships; personal experience, such as school projects or extracurricular accomplishments; skills, such as technical expertise or certifications; and characteristics, things like leadership, teamwork, problem solving, and positive attitude. These are just one way to think of qualifications, but it does help us to organize them. Let's do a quick practice. If you wanted to be a camp counselor, what are some job requirements? I'm sure several have already popped into your head, but sometimes you can even get ideas from the posting itself. Here, for example, several qualifications are explicitly stated, such as an age 18 requirement, knowledge of crafts and games, positivity and enthusiasm, and Monday through Friday availability. A few implied ones, on the other hand, might be an interest in outdoor activities, experience working with children, first aid or CPR certifications, maybe a Boy Scout or Girl Scout background. You get the idea. Now, take a look at your own job posting and try and come up with at least 2 in each of the following categories: preferred experience, useful skills, and relevant characteristics. Some requirements will already be listed in the posting. You may also find a skills inventory to be helpful when trying to come up with these. You can search that phrase yourself or follow the link to a sample one. If you need a job idea to practice on, you can use office clerk. Pause here until you're ready to go on. Now, in our example, for preferred experience, we have filing clerk, guest services, and admin assistant. For useful skills, we have 2 computer ones, Microsoft Office Suite familiarity, and 10 key by touch. For relevant characteristics, we have detail-oriented, outgoing, and able to meet deadlines. Hopefully, you were able to come up with at least 2 of each on your own as well. Let's go back to the types of qualifications. Just as we use them to organize useful job skills, we can also use them to think about our own credentials. When you're just starting off, your qualifications may look more like the following: professional experiences, such as tutor, retail sales rep, or busboy. Personal experience could include state wrestling championship, participating in the science fair, or starting a rock band. Your skills might be CPR certification or an 80 words per minute typing speed. Characteristics might be multitasking, friendly, or detail-oriented. So think of your own life and come up with at least 6 qualifications based on your personal interests, accomplishments, or positions held. Try to focus on the top 3 categories and pause here until you're ready to go on. When you consider your personal qualifications, it also helps to list out the traits that they demonstrate. For example, if you're an athlete, you might be strong at teamwork, communication, working hard, and time management. If you lead your gaming group, you'll have experience in resource management, recognizing needs, long-term planning, organizing, and working with technology. If you've made Dean's List, you have evidence of managing priorities, meeting deadlines, and creating quality work. Take a few moments and list some traits that correspond to your personal qualifications. Pause here until you're ready to go on. So now consider your 2 lists. They may not look exactly like our example, but you'll have a bunch of skills or characteristics in each. Which of your qualifications best match the job posting requirements? Are you responsible about meeting deadlines, or organized and good at planning and resource management? Your credentials that best apply to the job posting will be your focal points for your resume. So now that you got the content, all that's left is to put it all together and write that resume. Assess your performance with a checklist below, and if you want additional practice, check out the examples or ask your friendly public librarian for feedback.